Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Masood. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you guys about everything that you need to know when working as a locum physiotherapist. Now, before I go into this video, I just want to say personally, I haven't actually worked as a locum, but I have actually worked with other locum physiotherapists, and I've spoken to other clinicians who worked as locums, as well as doing my own research. So I'm only feeding back what I have found and advice I've heard from other people. So I hope that helps, and enjoy the video. Alright, so what is a locum? Now, there might be people watching this who might be thinking, what the heck is that? So a locum is a clinician or a physio, in our example, who's been employed by an employer to cover somebody who's probably ill or on maternity leave or away for some sort of other reason. And their contract doesn't end, and it's on a temporary basis. So until they can get another person to permanently fill that position, that locum takes up that role. Alright guys, so now that we know what a locum does, I'm going to be speaking about some of the reasons why people actually find working as a locum may be more appealing to them rather than working as a normal physiotherapist in one stagnant role. So we've probably established that locums already do a lot of traveling, and you're not in one set position for forever basically, and this may appeal to a younger person or somebody who likes to move around a lot or doesn't like to stay fixated in one particular role. They may get bored of it. For example, if you're doing rotations, I know that you usually have to complete 4 to 6 months or even 8 months in some hospitals if you're doing junior rotational posts. Similarly, with a contract, you're probably there for a year or 2 years or whatever. But when you work as a locum, this isn't the case, as your contract is sort of never ending, and you basically just work for the time that the hospital or the employer actually needs you to be there for. Furthermore, if you're actually working in a range of settings in a higher frequency, you're probably going to develop much quicker in those areas than your peers or other clinicians who are sort of staying in one role for a year, for example. Whereas yourself, you're getting an experience, you're getting basically like an intensive course of each place that you work in. So this may lead to you becoming a more rounded physiotherapist quicker than somebody who was in one position for a longer period of time. Now, another benefit of working as a locum is that you probably will also get paid more. There's a higher rate of pay when you work as a locum, most likely to accommodate the insecurity of the job and the nature that you will be expected to basically adapt to the situation very, very quickly, and this does depend on obviously your experience and how willing you are to travel the location you're in, and also whether you're based in a city like London or somewhere else, because I know in London you get paid more. There's a high rate of pay to accommodate the standard of living and the cost of living. So now that I've spoken a little bit about some of the benefits of becoming a locum and why people choose to do it, I'm going to speak a little bit about why people choose not to become locums, and so you guys can get a better idea. So one of the main reasons why people choose not to become locums is the instability of the job, as we probably talked about already. So when you do work as a locum, there's no ending on your contract. You may be needed for 2 weeks, or you may be needed for 2 months or 9 months. You don't know when your employer is going to say to basically go get another job, and that leaves you in a sort of very risky position, because if you do have any other commitments like a family or other debts or whatever to pay, and you don't have a wage coming in, it leaves you in a sort of in a tricky position basically, because you have to go find another job. So this is the main reason why people choose not to become locums, and it doesn't appeal to them, because a lot of older people have family and other things to look after. Also, another reason why people choose not to become locums is that when you do work as a locum and you come into a setting like a hospital, there is already an established chemistry within that multidisciplinary team that you probably won't be able to absorb in the time that you're there. So because of, you know, human nature and how people are, I know that when you do work on a temporary contract, for example, I work as a student on my placements when I was a student in hospitals. I found that even though I was a student, and you know, the healthcare professionals, most of them are pretty good natured and good human beings, working in such a short period of time, you don't have you know, as much time to become familiar with your environment and other people and become friends and make relationships, etc. So yeah, that's something that you have to think about. Alright guys, so working as a locum can definitely be a very financially rewarding role, as well as giving you the chance to travel. So in my opinion, to round things off, I think to work as a locum would benefit somebody who doesn't have a lot of commitments and wants to travel, is travel positive, and doesn't mind earning a little bit more money, which I think everyone doesn't mind. So all in all, it's a good shout. But definitely consider, you know, the pros and cons of working as a locum before you jump into the role. Yeah, other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video, you took something from it. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and also subscribe. Other than that, I'm going to catch you guys later, so have a nice day.